Welcome to Holland. Welcome to Holland is the title of a short story that I read recently by this author, Emily Pearl Kingsley. A friend recommended it to me.
Dude, you gotta read this. This is exactly what you need to hear.
Don't you just love it when people say things like that to you?
Read this.
Listen to this.
Try this. I know exactly what you need.
Really? Exactly? Bet you guys know exactly how I feel, too. Well, look, I know how I should feel, what the culture tells me, what my faith says. But then there's how I really feel sometimes. And believe me, guys, you have no idea. That I don't share. Look, I know he means well, but do you understand how life is like a runaway train? And sometimes all you can do is just hang on and pray that the train doesn't jump the tracks. But even then, life is a crazy, uncontrollable thing. And it doesn't stop for anyone. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was a kid. But who am I kidding? It's not like I would have listened anyways. I can still remember the day that my wife said to me,
Honey, we're gonna have a baby.
Well, I was really excited. I mean, we had been waiting for this moment for a long time. And hundreds of thoughts were racing through my head. But the one thought that kept playing over and over and over again was that scene from The Godfather where Luca Brasi comes into Don Corleone and he's pledging his undying loyalty to him. And he walks into the room and he's nervous and he says, "May your first grandchild be a masculine child." Well, my wife does what she always does when I get like this, and she said,
It doesn't matter what the sex of the baby is, as long as it's a healthy baby.
Of course. Of course. But you see, God and I, we had been working out this little deal. You see, younger brothers, they're little brats. I mean, I should know I am one, but not older brothers. No, they're cool, and they look out for their younger siblings, right? So it was no surprise when the doctor said,
It's a boy!
he was perfect. Cute, really cute. Because he looked exactly like his mom. Thank God. But this little guy, he was my boy.
My boy. My boy.
Welcome to Holland, story I mentioned earlier. The author uses that as a metaphor to talk about how life doesn't always turn out the way that you planned. How all your life you've been planning a trip to Italy. And you knew exactly where you were going to go. You knew exactly what you were going to see. All the sports you were going to play together. Well, anyway, after a while, you board the plane and you're on the plane for a while, but then you land and the flight attendant comes out and they say,
Welcome to Holland.
Wait, what? I'm supposed to be in Italy. What did you say?
Welcome to autism.
Wait, no, this isn't the right destination. You see, I'm supposed to be in Italy. I have plans for Rome and I have maps of Florence. Look, I don't want to be in Holland. I'm not prepared for that trip. I don't have the right clothes.
His clinical diagnosis is sensory processing disorder.
But the Colosseum and St. Peter's Cathedral.
He'll have significant learning and socialization issues his entire life.
I was going to ride the gondolas of Venice.
He's fairly high functioning for someone this far out on the autism spectrum.
Welcome to Holland.
Listen, I want you to know that I'm here for you. The both of you. But if anyone could get through this situation, you two can. You guys have been such a source of strength and faith for so many. I kind of think the Lord knew what he was doing.
The Lord knew what he was doing. Felt like such a sick joke. I'm going to give you exactly what you wanted, what you've been hoping for, except it's going to be broken. Ah! I hate that I even think that. Okay, I get it. We're all broken in one way or another. But I was sad and angry and disappointed. I mean, forget the soccer and the fishing. Would he ever be able to hold down a job or have a family? But the one question that kept boiling to the surface, would I ever really know who he was in there? Would he ever really know me, his daddy? Please. I didn't want to go to Holland.
Sweetheart, the counselor called today.
I think these new teaching techniques are really working. He's just about on the brink of expressing complete thought. It's just a matter of time.
She says he's really making progress.
Progress. Progress. Progress.
How was the park?
My life got really busy and stressful. I started taking on extra hours at work. I told myself that if I just worked harder, I could earn enough so he could have the help and the teachers that he would need to succeed. But if I was really honest with myself, it was just easier to be in the office. Look, it was just getting so hard to muster enough patience just to be with him. But then my wife put her foot down.
You are not working this Saturday afternoon. You are taking him to the park. This is non-negotiable.
So we went to the park. And I tried so hard to be patient with him. We tried to play catch a number of times, but he was just so uninterested. And I felt so defeated again. He simply laid down in the grass and looked up at the sky. I started thinking about Italy all over again, and it hurt all over again. But then,
I like the sky. It reminds me of God.
Did I mention there are windmills in Holland? They're beautiful things. They're simple, but peaceful. They don't have them in Italy. that day at the park, my life changed. I realized that I had been on a runaway train of my own making, and I had been missing the windmills in life. With his first complete thought, he brought me back around. I stopped taking on extra hours at work. I laid in the grass a bit more. Stared up at the sky. And I learned that God was actually there with me in all of this. And yeah, He knows what He's doing.